You're good.
This video is about the massive black tank rolling around South Walton. For those of you guys that have known me, I had a Sprinter. Kind of the backstory of how I ended up getting with this tank. It's actually called a 1998 light military vehicle, or an LMTV. And I had a Sprinter. So I had done a trip in New Zealand and we RV'd around South Island. I came back and I could not quit looking at Sprinters, and ended up buying one and outfitting it. We'll pop a couple pictures if you guys ever got to see the inside of that. Just phenomenal. I outfitted the whole thing. Beautiful cedar wood, and more for like travel and photo workshops. So that's kind of the idea. Photo workshops are a whole nother scenario that we'll talk about videos with that upcoming soon. So I had this for a few years, and it was kind of a tricky way. It's paid off, and I was wanting to sell it. It was just kind of sitting around. It wasn't really quite the vehicle that I needed. And honestly, I didn't need that vehicle because I wasn't utilizing it for workshops. So meanwhile, you take the LMTV I'd taken delivery of it for a friend. So he was getting rid of it. At the time, I was trying to sell my Sprinter, having some difficulties with it. And he's like, "Hey, Chandler, I got to sell this LMTV. My employees won't drive it around." I'm like, obviously, it's freaking massive. So we basically traded title for title. So I ended up with this beast of a tank. So so the idea was to have these mobile shops out of it. So if you made it to the holiday market in watercolor that Hillary Fawcett puts on, Monarch events, it's just a phenomenal event. It has been for years and years. So that was kind of the debut of it. So it's like a little mini store. So if you haven't been in a Captured Clothing or Modus Art Gallery, you just watch this clip we'll put on, and you'll see the inside of it, the debut at the Christmas market. So the idea is to have this mobile marketing vehicle, add a little bit more testosterone to the area, because you always see these pop-ups of like frou-frou Volkswagen Beetles and Bugs and hat press bars, and it's all like this coastal palette. So it was time to just say, hey, this is the Modus marketing machine, and just have fun with it. My wife is not too happy about it, and still reluctantly just shakes her head every time she sees me driving, or when I'm pulling up, you can hear it from like a half mile away. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The cargo of it is just massive, as you'll see in this video. But yeah, it's kind of the idea. I will put a beach permit on it pretty soon. We have a grandfathered in beach permit. I'll move over from my 4Runner over to that just to get a couple photos. So yeah, just have a lot of fun with it. But it is a legit lightweight military vehicle that you'll see rolling around town. So we put the QR codes on the side of it. So be sure to follow us or take pictures or whatever. So it's a lot of fun. It gets a crazy amount of looks as you're driving. If you haven't seen it, it'll be parked up at the stores just off of Clayton Lane and Grayton Beach pretty much throughout the summer, and when we're not using it for the art shows and our little pop-up events. So hopefully we'll see you at farmers markets and a wide variety of different little pop-up venues. If you have any venues too that you wanted to show at, just drop us a line. We'd love to kind of get your input and see what other shows we can go to. So, and that's the backstory of the Modus Tank.